Good evening, all, and welcome to the Mooresville Graded School District Board of Education meeting for Tuesday, February the 11th, 2025. Before we start the meeting, in recognition of Black History Month being this month, and in recognition, I guess, that this is we're in the throes of basketball season, I thought it appropriate to quote a very famous North Carolinian who said, "I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying." And I think that also fits in the academic setting as well. We always need to do our best and try our best. We're not going to pass, and we're going to fail at some point in time, and how we respond to that is going to be indicative of our future successes. And wish you guys all the success that you can have, but understand that failure is something that happens during the course of your lifetime, and you can overcome it. Michael Jordan. Sorry. The GOAT. If we may have a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes, we'll have two students coming up this evening. First, I'll call up Manju Murugantham and, Journey Simmons. If both those students can come up, and they're going to co-lead the pledge for us.
Thank you. Okie dokie. Approval of the agenda. I'll entertain a motion.
I move we approve the agenda as written.
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Approval of the minutes for the January 21st, 2025 meeting and the January 28th, 2025 work session. I'll entertain a motion to accept or approve those minutes as well.
I move we accept the minutes as published.
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Student of the month, Doctor.
Braggy, back on. Braggy, go on.
Yep.
All right, good evening. As you see, if you've looked at our agenda, we're going to do double recognition this evening. We unfortunately had to postpone our meeting from January. We had a few board members sick. So we thank those of you Mooresville High School students that were planning to come January and then rearrange your schedule to be here this evening. So we're going to have double of all of our recognitions, and we're going to start with Student of the Month. So tonight we have the honor of recognizing two students as our Students of the Month. Our first Student of the Month and pledge leader tonight was Manju Murugantham, student at Mooresville High School. Manju was selected by Miss Graham, principal of Mooresville High, and here's what she shared about Manju. Manju, if you can come up to the stage or at the front at this time. Let's give her a round of applause. All right, so I'm going to read a little bit about why Manju was nominated. Manju exemplifies what it means to be an outstanding student, consistently going above and beyond in all areas of her academic and extracurricular pursuits. Her dedication, work ethic, and leadership make her a standout student at Mooresville High School. Manju is actively involved in numerous clubs and organizations, including Young Elites, Book Club, Debate Club, Skills USA, Beta Club, Science National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, and Crosby Scholars. She also balances her academic commitments with athletic excellence as a member of the tennis team and both indoor and outdoor track. Her ability to manage such a diverse range of activities while maintaining a high level of performance is truly commendable. Beyond that impressive resume, Manju is a model of respect, integrity, and commitment. She gives 100% in everything that she does, always striving to excel and contribute positively to the school community. Manju embodies the spirit of being all in at Mooresville High School, demonstrating exceptional dedication to academics and extracurricular. Manju's character, leadership, and commitment to excellence make her an ideal candidate for Student of the Month. She represents the very best of Mooresville High School and serves as a role model for her peers. It is an honor to recognize Manju as our January Student of the Month. Let's give her a round of applause. Wait 1 second, we've got a certificate for you as well. Don't sneak off yet.
Mooresville Graded School District Board of Education recognizes you, Manju Uragandam. I like it when you say it. Mooresville High School as the Student of the Month and leading the Pledge of Allegiance. Board of Education meeting. This is January 14th, 2025, but we'll pretend that's what it was. But hold on 1 second.
All right, we're going to call our next Student of the Month up and pledge leader, Journey Simmons. Journey's a student at Selma Burke Middle School and was selected by the staff members to be recognized as Student of the Month. So Journey, if you'll come stand in the front, I'm going to share a little bit about what the staff at Selma Burke had to say about you. Journey is a warm, approachable personality with a strong desire to learn. She's a hard worker, always willing to collaborate, and is deeply committed to helping her peers in the classroom. In November, Journey was named Student of the Month for Selma Burke for her exceptional teamwork. She consistently goes out of her way to make her classmates feel respected and supported. Whether they're tackling an assignment or working together to keep the classroom and cafeteria tidy, Journey excels at organizing tasks and inspiring her classmates as well to give their best effort, fostering a sense of teamwork in every project. She's not only a great team player, but also a natural leader. Journey's a wonderful student as well. She's a hard worker who always tries her best in the classroom. Aside from academics, Journey shows a level of emotional maturity and empathy towards her peers that is far beyond her years. She's extremely caring and is always aware of what others are feeling and what they're going through. Journey never hesitates to offer support and friendship to those around her who are struggling. She is always thinking about others and wants the best for everybody. Please join me in congratulating Journey Simmons as our Student of the Month for February.
As the Mooresville Graded School District Board of Education recognizes Journey Simmons from Burke Middle School as a Student of the Month and for leading the Pledge of Allegiance, Board of Education meeting February 11th, 2025. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right, next for our Artist of the Month. Tonight we have the honor of first recognizing the Mooresville High School Honors Choir as our Artist of the Month. Choir, excuse me. The Honors Choir was nominated by Miss Graham and the Mooresville High School administrative team. So before I share a little bit about them, I'll ask if they will come up to the front at this time. Come on, Miss. All right, before you guys start, I'm going to read a little bit about why you were recognized, and then we're going to hear a little bit from the choir. So, the Mooresville High School Honors Choir is a very active group from both within the school and the community. The choir includes 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, and they perform consistently throughout the school year at various school events, sporting events, and community events. In addition, the choir performs concerts during the year with music that is both challenging and inspiring. Most of these students can also be found on the stage performing at our variety shows each semester and on the stage for our spring musical, which is coming up soon. The motto at Mooresville High School is all in, and these students are an example of just that, all in. So please join me in giving them a round of applause as our Artists of the Month for January. We had planned to recognize the second Artist of the Month, but unfortunately, she is unable to be here this evening. So we're going to pause on that and work to recognize her next month. So we're going to move on to our ABCD award winners. Each month, we have the honor of recognizing a district employee, and this month we'll recognize 2 employees who go above and beyond in demonstrating the core values of our district. Our first award winner is Charles Parker, front office staff member at Mooresville High School. Mr. Parker was nominated by the high school administrative team, and before I share a little bit about why they nominated him, I'll ask him to come up front at this time. Let's give him a round of applause. It is with great enthusiasm that we recognize Mr. Charles Parker for his unwavering dedication and outstanding contributions to Mooresville High School. Mr. Parker exemplifies what it means to go above and beyond for the students and staff of our school. Mr. Parker approaches his work with respect, care, and an unmatched spirit of generosity. He has played a pivotal role in creating a vibrant and inclusive environment at the high school by spearheading numerous initiatives, such as organizing staff celebrations, creating and executing the Back to the Yard event, and beautifully decorating the staff lounge to uplift morale. These efforts, among many others, showcase his deep commitment to making Mooresville High School a place where everyone feels valued and supported. Students adore Mr. Parker for his contagious positivity and warm demeanor. He greets everyone with a smile, bringing light and joy to the building every day. His ability to remain calm in challenging moments provides a sense of stability as well and reassurance for all. Mr. Parker is the embodiment of what it means to be all in. His spirit and enthusiasm create a welcoming atmosphere that fosters community and collaboration. Mooresville High School is incredibly fortunate to have Mr. Parker as part of the team, and we are deeply grateful for his tireless efforts and unwavering support. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Charles Parker, our January ABCD Award winner.
Now we'll have something to display in the front office for everybody to see. The Mooresville Graded School District recognizes Charles Parker for going above and beyond the call of duty, January 2025. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Our second award winner tonight is Amanda Lawrence, Selma Burke Middle School cafeteria manager. Ms. Lawrence was nominated by Mr. Miller, principal of Selma Burke Middle School. And before I share a little bit about her, I'd like to ask for her to come up to the stage at this time. You have a little cheering section back there, maybe. We would like to recognize the hard work and dedication of Amanda Lawrence, our Selma Burke Middle School cafeteria manager. She truly goes above and beyond the call of duty every day for both students and staff at Selma Burke. She always has a smile on her face, even when we're facing challenges or obstacles. She's a problem solver, innovative with her ideas, and willing to try new things and take risks to improve. She has created a warm and welcoming environment in our cafeteria and collaborates with the administrators and teachers to provide the best possible experience for our students. Our Director of Child Nutrition, Stacy Birchfield, shared, Amanda is a promising new cafeteria manager who prioritizes creating an inclusive and welcoming environment for all students and staff. She actively works to foster a positive atmosphere by rewarding students' behaviors as well. We saw this when Ms. Lawrence worked with our PTSO to create a Bear Buck system that allows cafeteria staff, teachers, and administrators to reward acts of kindness and outstanding character that's demonstrated in the cafeteria and classroom. The students are eager to be recognized for doing the right thing and are very appreciative when they earn that Bear Buck, which can be used to visit the snack line and choose a reward. From rearranging things to improving the flow of the lines, to working to stagger lunches, to partnering with the PTSO, to asking students what they want to see more of in the lunchroom, she embodies the spirit of a bear and the core values of MGSD. We are fortunate to have such a strong partner and advocate for our students leading the cafeteria. Go Bears. Please join me in congratulating Miss Amanda Lawrence, our February ABCD Awards winner.
The Mooresville Graded School District recognizes you, Amanda Lawrence, February 2025. Congratulations.
All right, next on our agenda, we have two opportunities for a spotlight. We're going to start with our North Carolina School Board Association poster contest winners.
Wow.
Each year, as part of the annual conference, the North Carolina School Board Association conducts a poster and video contest for all students in North Carolina. This year, students were encouraged to draw a picture of themselves in the future, achieving their dreams and making a positive impact on the world. I'm proud to announce that Mooresville Graded School District had 2 students recognized at this state conference this year. So when I call your name, if you could please join us up front. Jamison Arnold, a first grade student at Rocky River Elementary. And Eleanor Ackelman, first grade student at Rocky River Elementary.
That's right.
What I was trying to tell her is we're going to keep this artwork to display in our central office for a little bit. I did not mean to take the certificate with me as well. Let's give her another round of applause. All right, for our next spotlight, we're going to spotlight our Board of Education for Board Appreciation Month, which was in January, but again, we missed that. So I'll ask our board members if they could come up front at this time. Our school board members dedicate their time, energy, and expertise to make thoughtful decisions that positively impact the students they serve. Their tireless efforts to create an environment where learning, growth, and success thrive for both students and staff. However, it's not just the decisions that they make that define them, it's their passion and advocacy that they bring to these roles. The Mooresville Graded Board members stand out as champions of education, fighting for the resources, policies, and programs that empower our educators and equip students with the tools they need to succeed. In doing so, they play a pivotal role in strengthening our community. Mr. Whitfield, Dr. Marsh, Ms. Pinnell, Mr. Brawley, and Ms. Bender, thank you for your leadership, sacrifices, and unwavering dedication to our students' success. And at this time, Ms. Dorch has a gift for our board from South Elementary.
Good evening, esteemed board members. As a token of our appreciation, we would like to present to you this gift on behalf of all of our schools for sincere thanks for all that you do. And just so you're kind of aware, looking through it, several students from each grade at South, they were invited to the art room by our art teacher, Ms. Cheryl, to help make clay bowls. They began by helping roll that clay into a slab, and they placed it into the bowl form and then pinched it around the edges to create the ruffled edge. They used the leftover clay to cut out the Mooresville M, and Ms. Cheryl helped them apply that in there. And then after it was fired, they went and glazed it before the last firing, and they had a really exciting time doing this, craft for you. And we hope that you enjoy the finished product and their hard work. So thank you very much for your service.
All right, as they're finding their seat again, we are, next up on our agenda is our school highlights. So we will start with Mooresville High School with AP and CCP highlights.
Good evening, Chairman Whitfield, Dr. Gardner, members of the board, audience, thank you. Tonight, Mooresville High School would like to highlight our AP classes, which are advanced placement classes, and our CCP classes. A lot of times when we are discussing highlighting things, we normally highlight how we're closing the gap with students who have not met or are below. But this year on our school improvement team, we wanted to discuss how do we reach the students who are advanced and challenge them to move beyond just meeting or exceeding that goal. How do we go there? So today we are going to come before you. We're going to have a lot of students speak on how they love being in the advanced placement classes and how our partnership with Mitchell has been very beneficial. I do want to acknowledge that advanced placement classes at Mooresville High School is open enrollment. So any student that feels like they're up for the challenge, they can enter into that class. So I'm going to turn it over now to Ms. Tanya Parks.
Good evening. My name is Tanya Parks, and I'm honored to teach AP US Government and Politics at Mooresville High School. I absolutely love teaching this course because it provides students with knowledge they will use daily regardless of whether they go to college or not. It equips them with the ability to articulate their ideas effectively, research and fact-check information, and engage in meaningful discussions with real-world issues. So I'd like to turn this over to Ben Albach, who can speak further on the course.
As she said, my name is Ben Albach, and of the 9 AP classes I took at Mooresville High School, I feel like AP Gov was one of the most influential ones I took. Sitting in a classroom and being given information in a direct and rigorous way is one of the best ways to prepare oneself for college, and I feel like her class did that for me. Some of the most important things I picked up on in this class are the fundamentals of how the American government works, but also how to communicate with other individuals effectively and in a non-combative way. But also, I learned how to respectfully listen to others and not dismiss their ideas for my own. Overall, AP Gov has left me with essential life skills that I will continue to use in college and beyond. Thank you for your time.
I do want to give Ms. Parks a huge shout out. If you see in blue, it says her class was 93.8% passing rate. That is one of the top in the state. I am now going to call up Ms. Davala.
Good evening. My name is April Davala, and I have been an English teacher at Mooresville High School for 18 years, product of the Mooresville Graded School District. Many familiar faces here tonight that inspired me as a student and made me want to become a teacher. And when I started teaching, I had my eye on teaching AP Lit and composition. And I've had the pleasure of teaching that course for the last 10 years with tremendous success. We have seen continuous growth in terms of students that are interested in taking this very rigorous senior level English course. And I'm averaging about 85 to 95% pass rate in this course alone. But aside from all the great things that I could tell you, I would like to turn it over to Hannah Topcheski, who is one of our fabulous seniors that would like to talk about her experience in AP Lit.
Good evening. My name is Hannah Topcheski, and I am one of Ms. Davala's students. I truly believe that being a student of both AP Lang and AP Lit has pushed me to pursue a career in education, as I am going to be attending Appalachian to become an English teacher, just like Ms. Davala. And one of the things I believe was most impactful about taking these classes as both a junior and a senior at Mooresville High School is that the skills I gained from AP Lang helped me to write the essays that got me into Chapel Hill, NC State, Western, and Appalachian. Being a student in AP Literature helped me to expand upon my skills of interpreting literature and communicating about it with my peers. These are skills that I believe that not only I will take into my career as an educator, but I will also take into furthering my education in college in fields that might not always be related to the humanities. That is why I think that we should definitely encourage these classes, and I think they're an amazing opportunity for students.
I am now going to call up Ms. Charlene Barber for AP Environmental Science.
Hi, I'm Ms. Barber, and I teach AP Environmental Science. It is a freshman AP course, so it is the first course that they will see going into high school, so it's a good prep course for them. In this course, the kids are able to do real-world experience and understand the environmental impacts that affect us today and will affect their future. So not only do they get to learn about the environment, it sets the stage for them to be more sustainable and have a conscious effort going forward as adults to be more sustainable in their living and to understand how our environment is changing. And with that, I'm going to let my student, Imani Sturgis, tell you more.
Hi, as Ms. Barber said, I'm Imani Sturgis and I'm a freshman. And going into AP Environmental Science, especially my first year, has really helped me become more confident in my math, writing, and even reading skills through this, because now I feel that I'm more prepared to take harder level classes as I go on in high school, even if they are history classes or English classes, because now I know how they're formatted and how these things that I've learned in AP Environmental can help me throughout those. In this class, we do learn a lot about the environment and about different ecosystems and how our footprint affects the earth. And even now, it really helps me give a different, helps me look at the world differently, because now I feel more conscious of what I'm doing outside of school. And through this class, since I'm only a freshman, I haven't taken many classes yet, but through some of my engineering courses and math classes, the math that we've learned here has really helped me pass these and get through these with ease. Thank you.
I am going to speak on behalf of Mr. Ben Estes. He's not able to be here tonight for the AP Computer Science, Principles class. This class is where students are collaborating and they're looking at designs when it comes to computer systems and the algorithms. It has been one of our classes that students have loved. It averages around 30 to 40 students who are signing up for this class. It has been our 5th year at Mooresville High School, and he has had a lot of success in that class. If you're going into the class, when you're walking in, they do a lot of project-based learning. And so the final project for this class is you have to go and do an exam just like the rest of the classes, but there actually is a project that they have to build and follow that project throughout to be a completer of the course. Before we go on, I'm going to bring up Ms. Erica Ackelman. We're going to talk about the interventions that we are doing with these AP classes. And you would say, well, why would students need interventions in an AP course? Students still need help with writing the skills that they need. Some of these courses are first semester. And in high school, we work on semester basis. So you have first semester and second semester. Of course, we can't get them in all in second semester. So some of those one semester courses have to be first semester, but their final exam is not until the end of the year. So Erica Ackelman is going to come in and tell you what we're doing this year that's really going to help us make that push towards the end of the year this year.
Hello. So over the past 2 years, we have successfully implemented interventions during our Blue Devil block, and that has been serving students who needs extra support for reading and math. But as Ms. Graham alluded to, this semester we wanted to begin to implement the other side of MTSS, which is enrichment. So helping our students who are gifted and who may need to go beyond the standard course of study. And so this semester we have 180 students who are going during their Blue Devil block to meet with their AP teachers who are who are essentially offering tutoring and enrichment opportunities within the subjects that were offered in fall-only courses. We see that many students are very excited about this opportunity, and they are eager to continue their studies, and the teachers are also excited because it gives them a little extra class time before that May exam. Thank you.
I am going to have Miss Mary Royal come up, and we're going to talk about our Career and College Promise partnership that we have with Mitchell. We are grateful for Mitchell and very thankful for the partnership that they have with us. We work very closely with them to ensure that we are doing what's best for students so that students can receive this college credit. So I'm going to turn it over to Miss Mary Royal.
Hi, my name is Mary Royal. I'm one of the high school counselors. I have been in Mooresville Graded School District for 18 years, along with Ms. Davala. I'm honored to be here tonight, along with 3 of our dual enrollment students. You can see by the numbers on the board that in just 2 years, our CCP college credit hours earned have doubled. The number of students taking them has not necessarily doubled. I think this is reflective of the confidence that dual enrollment builds in our students. So the students who are taking dual enrollment are taking more of them. They're learning those durable soft skills that will carry them throughout the rest of their life. There are prerequisite requirements to take dual enrollment classes. There's a GPA threshold that students have to meet, but you can see that 446 of our students out of 499 who meet that threshold are participating in dual enrollment classes. I want to thank Ms. Graham for having faith in this program, because through her principalship, these numbers really have ballooned in a way that have helped our students. She has done a great job of being flexible with our partners at Mitchell Community College. And we love to thank Kent Schaffner, Sharon Ellis, and Robin Justice. They partner very closely with us, along with Ms. Graham and Dr. Bost, as we explore different ways to creatively schedule these classes, because we know that our upper level students who really love that enrichment and love pushing themselves can have tricky schedules. Am I in charge of the presentation? You are? Okay, there we go. Thank you. I touched the screen. So, a new endeavor at Mooresville High School. This past year, or this current school year, in the fall, we offered medical terminology 121 and 122, MedTerm 1 and MedTerm 2. Mitchell Community College provided an instructor who drove to Mooresville High School every day to teach this class. Ms. Graham found the classroom. Our technology department got this person's laptop hooked up with whatever they needed for MGSD technology. All of our students passed and earn credit for both of those classes, which is wild, because these are college credits that these students will have for the rest of their lives. We're super proud of them. The upcoming fall of 2025, we're gonna offer college level Physics 1 and 2 at Mooresville High School on our campus. So Physics 151 will be first semester and Physics 152 will be second semester. And we're really excited for that, because those are college transfer courses that will satisfy the physics requirement even for science majors who go on to a 4-year college. I have 3 students with me tonight, so I'm going to turn it over to them.
Hello, my name is Jameson Twaits. I am a junior at Mooresville, and I was able to take the medical terminology class at Mooresville. The class really helped me just by being on the campus, because I felt like my schedule was more free. I didn't have to go back and forth between schools. It was a lot easier. I could just go to my classes right after. Didn't have to waste any gas money or anything like that. It's a plus. The class, I believe, will help my future, because I want to go into the medical field myself, and it'll really help me, because the basis of medicine is the terminology. You'll need to know that. So that'll really help me. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Paulina Ayala. In total, I took 7 CCP classes and 6 AP classes. I feel like I'm better prepared for my future thanks to CCP classes and AP classes, because they challenge me and help me develop strong time management skills and critical thinking skills while gaining college level knowledge as well as experience. I gained hands-on experience through the Medical Terminology 1 and Medical Terminology 2 course that I took in person. These opportunities have not only prepared me for the future I want academically, but also given me the confidence and preparation to tackle future challenges with determination and focus, going on to the next 4 years and hopefully med school following that. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jo Stevens, and by the end of this school year, I'll have taken 6 AP classes and 7 CCP classes. Like me, most students take these classes with the intent of later going to a 4-year university. The rigor of these classes prepares us for life and our education after high school. These classes have helped improve my time management skills because juggling multiple assignments, projects, and deadlines is a real-world skill, like Ms. Royal's aforementioned soft skills, that I am lucky to have built. On top of this, these classes are huge when it comes to college admissions. That's not something I think any of my other speakers have touched on, but a lot of my fellow student speakers and I are headed to competitive colleges come the fall, and these classes are a huge reason as to why I got there. I would also like to give Ms. Royal a special shout out because she gave me a super cool opportunity through NCSSM Connect, which is a Zoom class put on by the North Carolina School of Science and Math. I took biomedical engineering this past fall, and now this fall I will be at North Carolina studying biomedical engineering. So that's really huge for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. As you can see at Mooresville High School, we try our best to reach all students and make sure that we're doing what's best for the future that they're going into. Some of the jobs that they're going into, we have never heard of, they're not invented, and so we're just trying to prepare as we can to make sure that students of all walks of life have that opportunity. Any questions for us?
I would just like to say, I'm excited about the fact of the expansion, adding physics, putting them in the high school for convenience, because I can tell you, my last child in 2020, having to commute back and forth in the evenings, I know that makes it a lot better if they're working after school. They can go to their job or do whatever they need to do, and they can be there on the safety of campus and not have to go back and forth. That's wonderful. And the AP courses, I'm all for those as well, and I'm excited to see the expansion of that program as well, and all the positive comments of the kids that have been involved in that. That's just wonderful.
And I think to Greg's point, we often talk about the transition to kids wanting to take these CCP classes. And we often talk about how we lose a sense of community at the high school because they are always going to Mitchell. But having those classes on campus keeps that sense of community at the high school and keeps them in touch with their peers. But for children that want to pursue college, this is a great opportunity. You didn't mention the financial aspect of it. It saves parents and families a ton of money as well. So it's a great program. Thanks, Ms. Royal, for all of your hard work and our AP classes that help us get there as well. So thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have Selma Burke Middle School with their school highlight on student-centered coaching and differentiated professional development.
Good evening, Chairman Whitfield, Dr. Gardner, members of the board. I'm going to talk to you a little bit and kind of set the stage, and then I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Allen, our instructional coach, Mr. Russell, Mr. Lee, and Ms. Burrows, 3 of our teachers. So at Selma Burke, part of our vision and our mission is to create a space where everyone feels empowered to grow into their best selves. And we say that we're sculpting a better tomorrow today through engagement, rigor, and growth. And so the activities that we're going to talk to you about tonight show how we've committed ourselves to that and helping to grow our teachers, to build some of those skills, and ultimately to have a positive impact on student learning in our building. So I'm going to let Ms. Allen take over from here.
Okay, both of our highlights that we're sharing tonight come from our school improvement plan. Our goal under our academic goal of increasing student achievement to 59% overall. Both of them are action steps. The first one is the instructional coach is going to implement student-centered coaching cycles with teachers. And the second one was plan and implement teacher-led differentiated professional development. And this slide here has really been the work of a small but mighty goal team. So along with our first action step there was to implement student-centered coaching. This is a research-based model from Diane Sweeney that really focuses on student data and the coach working alongside the teacher instead of giving, just providing or giving the teacher. So instructional coaching should be a partnership that empowers teachers to make informed decisions about their practice. It is not about putting more on a teacher's plate, but making what's on the plate more effective. Most importantly, it creates a culture where we all feel safe to take risk, reflect, and refine our practice. At first I had, it creates a culture where teachers feel safe to take risk. But really, this has been about all of us, and that's what I've been so excited about, is how much I've been able to learn and grow and reflect alongside them. But to really see what our student-centered coaching is, I want you guys to hear from the teachers. We started with our two of our beginning teachers first year who have been phenomenal, Mr. Lee and Mr. Russell.
So I'm Henry Lee. So mainly with Miss Allen, for me, she does like a lot of like informal observations, and that helps me like reflect and see things that I don't really see while I'm teaching, and that really helps me like better with engaging in the students. So like the thing that we focused on was like behavior management. So that way there's like less disruptive behaviors, and she helps me come up with different strategies and ideas. Like she reminded me about like the capturing kids hard stuff, like the timeout symbol, like helps them get back on track without me having to lose my voice every day, and help them get back on track. And with like less student disruptions, the better they are engaged in the lesson and stuff like that. So yeah.
I think the big thing that for me with this whole coaching process has been the opportunity to build a classroom culture with Ms. Allen coming in, and the whole staff of Summerburg coming in and helping out and co-teaching. It gives me the opportunity to get in the moment kind of training and knowledge. I can see what they're doing. I can learn from that. I can either take it right then and there or reflect on that. As well, been on top of that classroom culture. Same with Mr. Lee. Behavioral has been a huge help coming for this coaching process of not having to yell at us so much, not having to send students out. Instead of losing that trust and like discipline them, I work with them now, and that's been a huge help, having that support and getting able to learn these new resources and these new tools that are a huge help in the classroom. Thank you.
Just a disclaimer, I told them they could say whatever they wanted and had no idea what they were going to say. So, all right, so let's get to the data. The true measure of student-centered coaching isn't just in how well teachers implement strategies, it's how much students learn as a result. So in order to measure how this has been working, you heard from them talking about behavior management strategies, and we kind of started with those. Typically, with a more career teacher, we might start right into targeted skills, but we started working through some of those behavior strategies, and you can see there where we would track number of interruptions and things like that to go along pre-cycle and post-cycle. But essentially, we want to know, is it impacting the data, and are more students learning? So you can see we're starting to move toward more targeted skills. Mr. Lee and our last one was dividing fractions, and we co-taught with that and those strategies, and you can see how much those students improved. And then on the next slide, we have some comprehensive data that you can see that these impacts are making a difference, not only in overall student proficiency, but you can see as you move across the rate in which they're performing. So we have a lot more students performing up in that 90 to 100, 80 to 90 range there as we're moving across. All right, so now leads us to our second action step that we really focused on this year, and it still goes along with growing our teachers. And the goal team really wanted to put in some professional development so that we can learn from each other, which led us to creating these teacher-led PD sessions. We did 2 of these, and we sent out surveys, got ideas for what they wanted to see, and then we set that up. And so I'm going to let Mrs. Burrows tell you more about that.
Good evening. My name is Miss Burrows. I teach 7th and 8th grade social studies at Sellenberg. And I would like to say, if iron sharpens iron, we have been sharpening each other here at Sellenberg. What we have been doing is and I'm not part of the goal team that implemented this, but we sent out a survey asking people what they wanted to learn about, and then we found the best people. And as one of the presenters, I have really enjoyed having teachers come back to me and saying, I used the hands-on instructions that you did, and I put things in the kids' hand, and I let them take charge of their learning, and I let go, and it really worked. And so kind of seeing us being able to go around and see how these strategies that we've used work has been great. And us being able to see pretty much what other people's best practices are, because we don't always get to go around to other people's classrooms, and some of our teachers do some amazing things. And being able to see those amazing things and learn from them has been something that I personally have truly enjoyed. Thank you.
All right, and we have had some great results from this as well. If you've ever been a teacher, you know what it feels like to just see your students truly collaborating and teaching each other, and to see just like you just exist kind of because they're doing the learning, and that is how I felt on those days, just walking around and just seeing the teachers learn from each other. So we decided to measure, this came from our teacher working conditions survey, some questions on it. Often PD being differentiated tends to be low, and then also being specific to content, and then also teachers having choice in their PD and what those are. So you can see we had some real significant increases, and especially between agree and strongly degree, and those indicators are the same indicators that were on the teacher working conditions survey. And then overall, we gathered all our session feedback and sent it out to the teachers, but you can see there that this is just a tiny sampling of some of the feedback that we gathered from teachers. In addition to that, we had 18 teachers that presented at these two professional developments, including beginning teacher, first year, Mr. Russell. He came to me after he signed up, and he said, I thought about it, and I'm not sure I can present because I don't know if I have anything to offer as a first-year teacher. And his was the power of writing. And I'm like, okay, I understand, and I don't want to force you to, but what if I give you a buddy? And so I gave him, she ended up being a BT2, and she said, okay, I don't know anything about it, but I'll exist. And so he did all the work. And I heard teachers coming up the stairway after, like, that session was amazing. And, you know, people walked away with so much. So I just thought that was awesome. And so 18 teachers presented. 8 teachers went on to present at our spring that we just had yesterday, our PD for the district. And like I said, our increases on teacher working.
So, and I just want to add to that piece. With them presenting to each other and having that experience and being able to see it has helped us kind of come together, because one of the things that we've heard in some of the panorama surveys and things like that is like, I know my team, but I don't know the next grade level's team. And so it did give them that opportunity. From an admin perspective, it gave me the opportunity, because I got to say, this one is required, everyone will come through my session during this day. And so that gave me a small group to work with, rather than some of the things that you can deliver in a large staff meeting, and there's other things that just land much better if I got a small group of teachers, and that gave me that opportunity. So as we move forward, we want to expand our coaching cycles. We did start with our BTs this year. We have a large number of them. And so we want to expand that out and prioritize the instructional focus and work with our more veteran teachers in these coaching cycles. I'm a huge proponent of coaching. I enjoy working with my coach, and I see the value in growing together through that process. And then with our teacher-led PD, we really want to look at how can we measure the impact of it. So we did it. We've gotten really great results as far as the feedback from staff, but we also want to see how is this working out in the classroom? What's the impact that we're having on students? What kind of ongoing support do we need to offer as we continue on? Are there any questions?
You kind of answered my question, because choice is always important. They're going to be vested in that, but as administrators or coaches, I'm sure you see things that they need, that they might not necessarily recognize or want to do. So it sounds like you are identifying those things and saying, okay, this is
And
a must.
we've started to have some conversation already about how we start the year next year and how we differentiate between our BTs and our more experienced teachers, our potentially new to Mooresville teachers, because they all need something a little bit different. And so if we can provide that choice, but also really tailor it to the needs of our teachers, then we can see more growth.
It's also wonderful to see that you guys are taking the PD and actually implementing it successfully, and that you're incorporating folks that maybe are newer to the profession, but people are gleaning information and understanding and gaining benefit from listening to a new teacher to see what it's like, and to help, maybe that may help that new teacher, but may also help you in your structure, in your classroom.
I think it's great because we ask our students every day to collaborate with each other.
Yeah.
And now the teachers are as well. And so you can see this is how my kids do it. Now, I see the benefit of it as well. So I think that's great.
Yeah, and I would just echo that. I think the biggest thing is just empowering everyone to soar. When you have beginning teachers coming in, they may not be the best, but we can model what the best look like. And so when you have that coaching, that togetherness, it helps build the culture. And I would just say kudos to everyone. The Selma Burke said, "Go Bears!"
Go Bears!
Yep, there we go. Just kudos to everyone, because I think Greg referenced the quote by Michael Jordan, and that you have to understand that sometimes we have to put it on the table, correct it, and then grow together. So kudos to you guys.
Thank you.
Go Bears.
Say it one more time.
Go Bears! In fact, I think we're going to be there Thursday, right? Bears? And by way of the future, March 18th, which I think is the day after St. Patrick's Day, we have a regularly scheduled board meeting, same place, same time. So look forward to seeing everybody here with bright, shiny faces. Public comment?
Yes, sir. We have 2 folks signed up for public comments. So for those of you signed up, I'll call your name. When I call your name, you'll come up to the podium and speak there. You'll have 3 minutes to speak to the board. When you get to 1 minute left, I'll give you the 1 minute sign. That means you got 1 minute left. You already got it set up over there. We're high tech tonight. You've got the colored lights over there. So you get the green light, and then the yellow light means you got 1 minute left, and the red light means it is time to stop. As always, we ask that you limit your comments to general comments. It's not a personal attack on anyone, to call out anyone, and just it's not a question and answer session. It's basically your time to present your thoughts and feelings on the topic you want to speak about at that time. So as I said, there's 2 folks on the list. Number 1, hopefully I will pronounce this correctly, Anaya Jones.
Hi, my name is Anya Jones, and my family relocated to Mooresville